The bold warning from Carlos Alcaraz's Wimbledon rival: there's little he can do. World number 5, Taylor Fritz, will battle the Spaniard for a place in the Wimbledon final and is convinced he'll come out on top. Wimbledon already knows its first semi-final, Carlos Alcaraz versus Taylor Fritz. The world number 2 is one step away from his third consecutive final at the grass court Grand Slam. The Spaniard is in top physical and mental form, following a comfortable victory over Britain's Cameron Norrie. His opponent in this penultimate round of the tournament will be American Taylor Fritz. The current world number 5 defeated Russia's Karen Khachanov in 4 sets, 6-3, 6-4, 1-6, 7-6, in 2 hours and 36 minutes, achieving his best result at this Grand Slam. The Californian is dreaming big, and in the post-match press conference after his quarterfinal victory, he surprised everyone with a daring warning to Alcaraz. "I'm confident in how I'm playing. I know the way I played those first 2 sets. Playing like that, there's little my opponent on the other side can do." They've only faced each other twice, with Alcaraz winning both encounters. Despite never having beaten the Spaniard, Fritz remains full of confidence about making the final. He even joked about the difference between the balls used at Wimbledon and those at Roland Garros. "Thank goodness we're not playing Roland Garros with those balls, because that would be an absolute nightmare. Grass is, in many ways, a great equalizer. It can level things out," the American reflected, in quotes collected by AS. Kyrgios doesn't hold back praising Alcaraz and Sinner and their Paris final, one of the best ever seen. Nick Kyrgios believes the future of men's tennis lies in the hands of generational talents Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, who are poised to dominate the sport over the next decade. Both have become this generation's answer to the Big Three, especially after Roland Garros. It was one of the highest quality finals this sport has ever seen. "I think Alcaraz and Sinner definitely have the reins," said Kyrgios, a former Wimbledon finalist. "They are the changing of the guard. Federer and Nadal are gone, and I think the sport has felt that. Now only one member of the Big Three, Novak Djokovic, remains active. The Serbian is still chasing Federer's record of 8 Wimbledon titles this month. I think, and I hate to say it, that Djokovic is nearing the end," Kyrgios added. "He's still an incredible player and can still compete, but I'm not sure for how much longer. I believe Alcaraz and Sinner will be the leaders of this sport for the next 10 to 15 years. We saw it at Roland Garros. It was one of the highest quality finals this sport has ever seen, so we should all enjoy the ride," he continued. "These guys have amazing talent. They're once-in-a-generation athletes. Tennis is boiling with excitement with these two competing for Grand Slams." Alcaraz's subtle message to Djokovic: "It's not what it seems." Carlos Alcaraz swept aside Britain's last hope in singles, Cameron Norrie, reaching the semi-finals for the 3rd consecutive year. The 2-time Wimbledon champion will face American Taylor Fritz on Friday. He has 2 days to rest, though he seems to still be full of energy, and to prepare for the match against the winner of ATP grass court titles in Stuttgart and Eastbourne. The Spaniard also triumphed at Queen's. This Wednesday, Alcaraz booked a practice session at Aorangi Park around noon. His plan is to skip hitting on Thursday, focusing instead on unwinding, perhaps with a round of golf or a trip into London. After his training at the All England Club, he returned to his rented home in Wimbledon to watch the quarterfinals between Novak Djokovic versus Flavio Cobolli and Jannik Sinner versus Ben Shelton. "I'm a tennis lover, and I enjoy watching these kinds of matches," he said, while not hiding the professional interest of scouting potential opponents for a hypothetical final. "There are some interesting quarters. I like watching matches to pick up tactics for the future," said Alcaraz, clarifying, "I haven't watched much of Djokovic or Sinner so far in this tournament. Just what people are saying, that Djokovic played really well in the first 2 or 3 matches, and that Sinner was doing great until what happened with Dimitrov." Alcaraz also gave a subtle warning regarding Djokovic's quarterfinal rival, Italian Flavio Cobolli, who had never reached such an advanced stage in a Grand Slam. The 23-year-old world number 24 is someone Alcaraz knows well and believes in. "It's not what it seems. These are tougher quarterfinals than they appear. I trained with Flavio at the start of the week, and his level is amazing. It'll be interesting to watch his match with Djokovic, the 7-time Wimbledon champion who lost the last 2 finals to Alcaraz." Alcaraz will watch the matches calmly with his coaching team and family. He's done his job and also secured his qualification for the ATP finals in Turin. He's on a 23-match winning streak, with 19 of those in this tournament alone. He started Wimbledon without his best serve, but adapted to the heavier, slower balls and has already regained it. Everything is in place for his quest for a 6th Grand Slam title, going for the Wimbledon hat trick. Is love also playing on Wimbledon's court? While rackets clash and the grass quivers under the feet of the world's top tennis players, a parallel story has captured public attention: the closeness between Emma Raducanu and Carlos Alcaraz. Is it simply a strong friendship, or is there something more between these two young tennis stars? Amid victories, eliminations, and ovations, the spotlight has unexpectedly turned toward the stands. Raducanu has been seen supporting Alcaraz with a constant smile, and the rumors didn't take long to surface. Today, we explore what's known, what's suspected, and what could be happening in this relationship between two of the brightest stars in today's sport. Carlos Alcaraz, one of the most promising players of his generation, is making headlines not just for his performance at Wimbledon but also for what's happening off the court. In one of the most talked about matches of the tournament, his win over Andrei Rublev drew special attention, not only for the decisive victory but because Emma Raducanu was spotted in the crowd. Her presence wasn't accidental or discreet; she was seen cheering, smiling, and celebrating each point Alcaraz won with obvious enthusiasm. Emma Raducanu, 2021 US Open champion, was eliminated in the third round after a tough match against Aryna Sabalenka. However, instead of leaving Wimbledon like other eliminated players, she chose to stay and support Alcaraz. This decision sparked curiosity and headlines across social media and the press. What leads a top-level tennis player to stay in a tournament just to support another? The media quickly began speculating. The bond between them isn't new. Raducanu and Alcaraz have known each other for a while and shared moments both on and off the professional circuit. What was once seen as simple camaraderie is now being examined under a magnifying glass. Their gestures, glances, and laughter have been interpreted by some as signs of something more than friendship. The press didn't wait long to ask direct questions. In a recent interview, Emma was asked about her relationship with Carlos. With a calm smile, she answered, "We're just friends." That statement, although clear, didn't manage to stop the rumors. In fact, for many, her smile said more than her words. Speculation grew, and fans started tracking their every move. Memes, sensational headlines, and online theories exploded. What is official, however, is their upcoming partnership in mixed doubles at the US Open. This sporting collaboration has been confirmed and enthusiastically announced by both players. Their chemistry on the court, which is already noticeable off it, could be a key factor in their performance as a team. This union has drawn even more attention. The announcement of their participation in mixed doubles thrilled fans. Seeing two charismatic, young figures team up has raised expectations for a vibrant tournament. However, this professional closeness also adds fuel to the theories of a possible romance. And although neither of them has given any concrete hints, their knowing glances on court continue to stir speculation. What's interesting is how sport, tennis in particular, can become a stage for narratives that go beyond physical performance. The attention figures like Raducanu and Alcaraz receive isn't limited to their skills. The public craves stories, emotions, and human connections. In this context, even the smallest gesture can become the center of a much bigger story. And that's exactly what's happening now with this possible friendship, or romance. During the Alcaraz vs Rublev match, cameras repeatedly focused on Raducanu. Her expressions with each point won by Alcaraz were widely shared online. Her excitement was evident and genuine, interpreted by many as a sign of emotional closeness. But can a simple act of support reveal so much? The line between analysis and speculation is often very thin. Raducanu, known for her discretion and maturity despite her youth, has handled the situation intelligently. Her statement about being just friends with Alcaraz was brief and to the point. Yet, as often happens with celebrities, silence can also feed curiosity. For his part, Alcaraz has avoided making any comments on the matter, staying focused on his game and progress in the tournament. That attitude has only deepened the mystery. Their upcoming appearance together at the US Open in mixed doubles adds another layer. This format isn't just a sporting opportunity, it's also a media showcase. Doubles require coordination, trust, and strong communication, elements they already seem to share. Fans hope that connection translates into a memorable performance in New York. On the other hand, some criticize the media focus on their personal lives. Sports journalists and fans alike have argued that athletic performance should be the priority, not off-court relationships. This kind of attention can divert the narrative and detract from their achievements. However, the reality is that public figures inevitably attract this kind of interest. As the US Open approaches, cameras will follow not just their on-court movements but every off-court gesture as well. The story of Raducanu and Alcaraz, whether a solid friendship or something more, will continue making headlines. Meanwhile, they seem to be enjoying the moment without offering too many explanations, leaving the public to draw their own conclusions about a relationship that, whatever it may be, has already captured everyone's imagination. The story of Emma Raducanu and Carlos Alcaraz is a reflection of how, in modern sports, the narrative goes beyond competition. The combination of talent, youth, and charisma from both players puts them at the center of attention, both on and off the court. Although their relationship has been publicly defined as friendship, the clear chemistry between them continues to spark theories and emotions. Their partnership at the upcoming US Open in mixed doubles will be a key moment, both for their careers and in the public eye. Beyond the rumors, what's certain is that together they form a powerful duo that excites tennis fans. Whatever happens on and off the court will undoubtedly be followed closely by millions.